Hi there. Excuse me. It's Jessica Notes with Our Bipolar, and I'm here today to talk about sleep. Sleep and what sleep means for bipolar. Actually, I was supposed to do a vlog last week, and sleep is what kept me from doing it. About a month ago, I started having sleep troubles, and I never have trouble sleeping. I don't know if it's because of my medication kind of knocking me out or what it is, but I usually have no trouble. So about a month ago, life was getting a bit hectic. Work has been extremely busy, not just for me, but for everyone in my department. There's a lot of changes happening. So that's going on. It was causing a little bit of anxiety. But then I also did my very first NAMI in our own voice presentation. And it was for a group right here in my hometown. And I was going to be speaking to them, telling them my whole story about bipolar. So I was really, really excited and anxious. I didn't want, anything to go wrong, of course. So I was sort of playing it over in my head a lot, even though I didn't want to do that, but it was happening. So I had a couple nights before that presentation where I woke up really early. I went to bed fine, but woke up 4 a.m., 4 a.m., and just couldn't go back to sleep. So, for someone with bipolar, it's really, really important that you get all of your sleep. And I've always been told by my doctor, my psychiatrist, to make sure I don't nap. Now, I'm not saying that you can't nap. You probably are just fine taking lots of wonderful naps. But for me, because it steals sleep from my nighttime. So it was there was no way to really catch up. And then the week after I had this presentation, I had my first interview, which was just, over Zoom. And it was about bipolar and about infertility, things I've, discussed a lot already. But it was so much more inducing anxiety because I didn't know exactly what she was going to ask. I didn't know about how it would go, interacting with her. So I was sort of my brain decided to plan for any possible scenario, any possible question. My brain, worked through it and gave the answer. Not that I would remember any of that. And it turns out, she pretty much didn't ask any of the questions that my brain came up with. So yeah, it was really useful. But I was also losing sleep before that interview. And what's funny about, the presentation, the speech, and the interview is that when I actually sat down and did them, I really enjoyed it. And I was comfortable and relaxed, did not feel any anxiety. So it's all sort of for nothing that I feel this way. But in any case, I lost more sleep. And then after that, there's more stuff going on. Just life was happening as it does. And as I kept losing more and more sleep, I just couldn't catch up. It's like a snowball effect. And, I pretty much, I'm just being honest, real talk, I was not showering, or am not showering. I wasn't washing my hair, and it's to the point where, I don't know if you get this way, but if you haven't washed your hair in a while, you don't want it to touch your face. You want it to because you don't want to get a breakout from oil in your hair. So you don't want it to touch anything, keep it away. Just me? Okay. Well, so yes, our house, if you could see, even turn around the camera, you would see our house is a wreck. I haven't been making dinner. I haven't been working out because I feel like somehow that might rev me up too much. And then I won't sleep. Like anything that's happening, I think like, how will this affect my sleep? Will I sleep even less if I do this? Now, anything that happens in my life, health-wise especially, the first thing I think of is like, how is this going to affect the bipolar? Because as Julie Fast says all the time, you know, you have to treat bipolar first. And by the way, Julie is a prolific bipolar writer. She also, you know, she has bipolar. So I was just thinking like, gosh, what can I do to not go into mania, because I am not sleeping very well and I've never had this happen for so long. So, you know, I kept just being like really religious about taking my meds on time, going to bed early so that hopefully I could make up a little bit of sleep, because I wasn't having trouble falling asleep. I was just having trouble staying asleep. So I was just, you know, I was trying to do all these things, and I don't know if it worked or, you know, I was just like really stable beforehand, but I haven't had any bipolar symptoms. Usually if you have less sleep, you go into mania, and I haven't had any symptoms of mania, and it's actually pretty shocking and amazing. But I'm also thinking like, how long can this last? How long can I go without having these symptoms? And it's like I'm having effects, you know, side effects from the insomnia, but they're not bipolar. So what I'm feeling, it's sort of like depression, only I don't feel low or sad. But it's like I'm feeling really tired, of course, all the time. I'm also feeling really foggy. It's hard to focus, especially at work. Even though work is the one thing where I have really stayed on top of things, and I've just forced myself to focus and use all my energy to put into work. Because right now, you know, there's, like I said, there's so much happening, especially with my journals. So, and if you don't know, I'm a production editor for 4 scientific journals. And one of them in particular right now is transitioning to a new platform. They all are, but this one, it has a lot more work. So, so I've just, you know, it's been really hard to focus, and it's been feeling sort of like I'm trying to look through a really dirty window, and I just want someone to come by and like clean it off for me, but it's not going to happen that quickly. It's going to go really slowly, you know, when it's clean, stage by stage. So yeah, that's how I've been feeling. I mean, I don't even feel that irritable, which is shocking to me, but I am just sort of out of it. Like I'm just sort of uncomfortable and out of it. And I almost feel, like I said, depressed, but maybe even more so just like I have a flat affect. Like I just don't have I can't give a lot of, I know I'm laughing and smiling now, but it's been hard for me to, I just sort of sit there, you know, like a slug and watch TV and don't do much else. And it's hard for me to do much else. But I recently had an appointment with my psychiatrist, and I had lab work done. The lab work was not because of, you know, insomnia. It was just my regular lab work. And on there, it showed that, you know, I already have hypothyroidism, so I take Synthroid for that because I need to produce more of the thyroid hormone. So my TSH, which is the thyroid stimulating hormone, that sounds right, was extremely low. I mean, it was already low, my last set of blood work, but this time it was lower. And my psychiatrist told me that when it's this low, it can cause sleep disturbances, waking up early, things I didn't know. So he sent in a new, you know, a new dose for me. And just today, I was sort of sitting there working around 10 a.m. and it felt like someone like switched a light inside of me, like switched it on. Like things suddenly got a little bit clearer, a little less foggy. And I thought, gosh, is this the new dose? Like it only took, a day or so to kick in or to start kicking in. So I'm not out of the woods yet, but I am feeling much better. And I was supposed to do a vlog last week, and I hate missing the days that I'm supposed to, put out a blog post or put out a vlog. And I was supposed to do it on, and I'll still do it, but I was supposed to do it on misconceptions about bipolar, which, I think is a really important topic. But I knew I wouldn't be able to remember like the different misconceptions and what I wanted to say about them. So I just couldn't do it. But that's why I wanted to sort of pop on today and talk a little bit about what's been going on, because it's really important to note that bipolar, it's all encompassing. So whatever is happening, like I'm having trouble sleeping because these good things are happening, these doing presentations, I'm doing interviews, and I have to just focus on the fact, like, how do I treat the bipolar while I'm doing these other things, while I'm doing things that will cause anxiety. So I hope you enjoyed it, maybe a little bit. I know I look a little bit scary without makeup on and without washing my hair, but it's just the way I am right now. That's all I can do. All right, well, I hope you have a great day, and I hope you enjoy it. All right, bye.